Being able to take your furry friend out camping with you is one of the best things there is, but you got to take care of them, and you're probably going to want to spoil them a little bit. Today we're going to cover 3 items that OneTigris sent over that have been phenomenal. We go on a lot of adventures. This is Falkor if you don't know and haven't watched the channel. I had a few key items that I wanted to test and to make life easier for him and easier for me. So check out below, there'll be chapter titles if you want to skip around, and we'll cover each one of these items. Talk about the pros, the cons, the features, and if it's a good fit for you and your furry friend. First up, let's talk about the elevated cot. Now, this has been a game changer. This is probably my favorite item. Well, it's kind of mixed. The biggest thing about this is it keeps Falkor up off the ground and gives him an incredibly comfortable bed. The biggest thing is the material. It is a very strong cot. As you can see, it's quite large. He's a medium-sized dog, but I wanted something really big. We do a lot of hot tenting, and I have my own cot, which keeps me up off the ground. And for the first few trips, he was down on the ground. You got all that cold air coming up, not even just winter camping. Most times of the year, once the temperatures drop, you have that cold air that starts to permeate through the ground and make you cold. And in this case, make any pet you have with you cold as well. So getting them off the ground, getting them up in the air, and having a comfortable bed. Now this thing is incredibly easy to set up. It comes with these 2 support arms that slide in. It's very easy, very fast. And then you have these legs that snap out and together as shown. And then you just click them in. The nice thing is it has that leverage mechanism so you can really lock it into place. I've set up some cots that are incredibly difficult. You're fighting with it, trying to get it locked in place. That is probably the biggest pro about this. Very, very easy to set up, and the quality of it is top notch. It's held up really well. Some other reasons to keep them off the ground, not just for the cold air, but I live in an area where there's a lot of ticks and a lot of spiders. Oftentimes we'll go out and I'll find ticks crawling on him if we're sleeping down on the ground, both of us. I've had to pick them off myself and off of him. So I want to protect him, keep him free from any diseases. Having this cot is just a little added safety to keep him up in the air. If you're in an area that has snakes or rodents, anything really, while you're out and about, that's going to mess with your furry friend. You want to keep that away from him. So all in all, easy. He likes it. He jumps right up there. And I'll try to put the stats up above, just showing the length of this one. Also for travel, it does come with this case. It's got the little shoulder sling strap here, easy grab handle, and it even has little Molly-ish straps here. Zips seem to work fine. I just throw this in my sled or in the truck and we take off. So it's nice to have it somewhat compact. Now this isn't incredibly light. You're not going to backpack with this. But like I said, if you're just doing regular camping, throwing out the tent, cruising to a camp location, taking your bud with you, this is going to be easy to throw in the car and just bring with you. There'll also be links to all this down below, so if you want to check it out. Next up is this roll-up foldable bed, and it's just that. It's just a simple, squishable, rollable dog bed. Whenever you're using a cot, or in this case when the dog's using a cot, you do get that air circulation underneath, so while it's keeping you up off the ground, it can cause some cool air. Now this pairs perfectly with the cot, twofold, because if you're using a cot, or in this case Falkor's using the cot, it does get some air circulation underneath, and that can cause a little bit of cold air underneath. Not the same as being in direct contact with the ground, but you do get some air flowing. So it is nice to have a little bit of insulation on top of that cot, and it just provides a little bit of extra comfort. The other thing is that this is washable, so I can pull it off the cot if he's all muddy from running around. And believe me, he gets muddy, dirty. I think we just had a squirrel try to attack us. Anyways, whenever we're out on adventures, he finds whatever is dirty to roll in. He runs through the creeks, rolls in the sand, whatever it is, he's going to get filthy. So I can just take this off, shake it out, throw it in the wash if need be, and roll it back up. Pretty simple. It's just got these 2 clips, unfolds, and you got the 2 sides. This is kind of a slick denier fabric, and this is a softer kind of ripstop nylon. He enjoys it. You can see it's kind of dirty, got some sap and stuff on it from our adventures. But it's just really pairs nicely with that cot. And like I said, if I don't want to bring the cot, I can just throw this on the floor, and I can actually fit this on my backpack. Doesn't take up too much room, just gives him that little bit more comfort. All right, the last item I want to talk about is the dog pack. Now this is an item that I've wanted for a while. The biggest reason for safety. Now Falkor's coloring makes him blend in incredibly well, and I'm in an area where there's a lot of hunting. There's big game hunting, bird hunting, just about everything. Idaho is kind of a mecca for hunting, and if we're up in the woods and we come across people or someone's hunting, I want them to recognize that he's not a predator. He's not a huntable creature, and having this blaze orange specifically, they do have this in other colors, but I wanted blaze orange so that he would stand out and not get shot. The other reason is so that I can see him. Given his colorings, he blends in with everything. He's got all this mottled brown, and it just makes for a natural camouflage in a lot of the areas we go. I'll be looking around. He's good to come back on a call, but if I'm trying to spot him, I can't always see him that well. So this makes him stand out incredibly well. I can spot him, make sure he's okay, and other people can spot him too, so he's not going to get hurt. Now definitely the features on it are incredibly nice. Has these 2 large pockets, has this additional webbing on the outside, lots of spots for patches if you want to put on that he's a medical dog, or some kind of help dog, or he's carrying first aid. It's pretty simple. It's just 2 large pockets. I can fit his dog dishes in here. I can fit his food. I can fit some extra water, and I can fit some of my own supplies, some extra first aid, some fire starter kit, whatever it may be. It's got good strong buckles, a strap that comes across the chest that is both Velcro into place, and then it's buckled, and the same for underneath. It's Velcroed and then buckled. Lots of adjustments, the extra webbing on the outside if you want to strap more goods to it. And for his first time, he's getting tired of me talking. You guys probably are too. But for his first time with a pack, he's responded really well with this. Also, it has this nice big grab handle, which we just used to do a creek crossing up here. I was able to just kind of lift him, and while he jumped, throw him across the creek as well. Also, if he gets in danger, I can pull him back, or if there's another dog being aggressive. See, now he's just turning his back to the camera. He's getting tired of this. But it's nice to have that big grip that I can just grab a hold of, and it also has a nice tie-off for a leash here. I guess he's done, so I'll be done too. Like I said, if you've got concerns for your dog, first of all, for safety, when you're out and about, you want to make sure he's protected so other people don't accidentally mistake him for a predator. I definitely recommend the Blaze Orange. Hunters recognize that immediately as a no-shoot, and it makes them easy to spot. The other items are a luxury. Like I said, the cod is kind of a safety issue too with keeping them off the ground. All in all, I think you should check this stuff out. I'll leave links below, like I said. Leave a comment if you've got some kind of favorite gear that you'd like reviewed, or you can put out there for other people to see, then throw it on the list, leave a comment. And until next time, get out and have an adventure.